Look at the cleanse, look at the moves! Faker, what was that?
Gala gonna pick up yet another kill. It's the double, it's the triple, is it a quadra, is it a penta? Gala's gonna get it again! The penta kill for Gala!
Kumayushi is dead! They have been doubted! They have been discounted! They have been dismissed! But DRX!
We'll see what they end up. I mean, Poppy Top into Jax, if that's been their plan the whole time. You can see the smiles from BLG. They're like, are they really going to Ivern us?
Yeah,
Fnatic's going to do it.
It's locked in. They're going to play it, and they're going to play it up against BLG. Gonna give it a try, and definitely you can play this Ivern. I think it's going to be pretty interesting with the 180 carry that is the Kaisa of sorts. You know, we only really saw it in the LCK when you were playing double 80 carry. You got that Tristana mid and stuff like that, but certainly can try to be very disruptive and, you know, put up some bushes, try to support some of your lanes as well, that Akali will need some help.
I'm not a big fan of this pick. I'm going to be the one doubter because, like you mentioned, there's no double 80 carry. Kaisa not a traditional 80 carry in any sense, and sure, you can put the trigger seed onto Akali, add some additional damage there, give her some additional backline access, you could argue, and maybe you can catch a root on one of these engaging champions, but you are always going to be outmaneuvered by Jax. You're going to have to deal with this Tristana leaping over. Rakan can flank you. You're a squishy champion. Sure, you have the Poppy as a front line here, but I think this is an extremely risky decision that may accelerate.
They have the Ivern. Razork is here, so maybe looking for the follow-up as they do go in onto Elk, and now he doesn't have to hop away. He is just isolated first.
Going to put an end to this early game control here from Elk.
Yeah, and that's really huge because the way BLG like to play, as there's a gank for Yagao as well. He's low on mana, nice shot.
Yeah, he's going very aggressive onto the turret, and they're looking to punish Yagao now. As has he gone too far, or is he just going to 1v2? The flash in, and the shield comes in, and Humanoid is safe.
On a back a little bit.
Yeah, and they're going to push this wave. It's a pretty nice stacked wave, and Shun is level 6. I mean, this is potential gank, but Oscarinen is pretty tanky. Even with the Ruby Crystal, here comes Yagao. And yeah, as you mentioned, they're just going to wait for the 3v1. We've seen this already today as down should go the pop
control as well.
I do wonder if they can push them off this Rift Herald, because if they get it, BLG's going to be off to the races. But Razork's here, level 6. Humanoid has ults.
They're trying to turn onto the Akali, but Humanoid is getting in there. He doesn't give a damn. He's got the Daisy to help out with the triple knockup, but in goes on to help with his own knockup, and the follow-up of Trippy. He comes in and turns the tides of this tight fight, rather, as Yagao is going to go down. It's a double kill for Trippy on the Alistair, and finally Oscarinen does come in here, and he will try to help out with this. He's going to push him back once again, as meanwhile up on the top side, Bin is getting engaged on, and there is the ground. Not quite as effective as the Daisy.
Humanoid
is going to take a lot of damage. Humanoid once again in that backline, just forcing him. Trimby is going to be forced to use his ultimate now, and he's being chased down the river. The rest of his team just leaving him to die, as BLG will get the shutdown over to Elk.
Oscarinen obviously getting a little bit more gold up there.
Humanoid is taking a lot of damage, gets ulted in the shroud. Wow. He's just gonna go down. He's making his way up. Oscarinen in the bush. It looks like they finally do spot him. Is now on. Might not have a way out against the Poppy. Down he goes. He's just bursted 100-0. And now this fight coming in. Humanoid is pretty deep as the Poppy ultimate this time. You can rely on that one, but Humanoid, again, he doesn't really want to stay.
Whoa.
As now Oscarinen is going to go over the wall, and the follow-up engage is huge as in goes Shun alone. And this is a 4v5 for BLG. I don't think they want to take this fight as Fnatic is going on in. Bin, of course, in that backline is pretty huge, but he is alone.
Will you see this teleport flank?
Definitely will. A very important ward to come down, bit of damage into Humanoid, but it's just buying time for Fnatic to chip away at this Drake, as there you go, knocks away the jungler, and again, he is reliable. Oscar will not be denied, as Honest taking huge damage. Humanoid is going super deep, but he has so much support from this Ivern. They're going to try to get on top of Elk, and they might just be able to do it. They can't quite put that last bit of damage in, though, and Elk will be able to get away, as now Oscar on the front line, and the follow-up comes in from Trippy. Have they overextended is the question. Bin, it's gonna give them the answer.
Get ulted in that choke, that's the end of the fight, and Elk has so much DPS, he can just simply take this out on his own. They hold the choke with the Orianna ball. Yeah. What do you do, Fnatic? You've got no options.
Well, they're gonna just run through the Orianna and try to take this one down. The ult will miss as the huge engage comes in from Trippy. Is the follow-up, their double Poppy knockup, as now they're gonna send it into the rest of BLG, as Elk, he's just gonna stay alive though. You can't even get on top of him with it. And Bin comes in right at the end to totally turn the fight. Fnatic are routed.
mean, they were going
very conservatively. They know they have the better scaling, and they know they have this game if they just play it right.
On just keeps baiting these.
Yeah, he is very well, and Trimby, I think, is going to go down. Down he does go. No hope, even through the Altus now. The TP comes in. Is this the flank you were looking for, Fnatic? I'm not so sure, as he will dodge that one. And Finn is going 1v3 in the back line, even against the Oscar, against the Poppy, as Oscar eventually goes down, and nobody can kill Finn in this game anymore.
He's got GA, he's got his Zonias, he's got so much armor stacked up on top of the fact that he's Jax. He wasn't even going to pop his GA, and that may just be the beginning of the end in this one.
That's how it ends. It's not a Baron, it's not a Drake, it's just a fight in the jungle. They're going to take a lot of this turn. Wow!
Oh, boy. Well, that's what you could not afford at this point, although it looks pretty over. Down goes the Kai'Sa. Noah not able to help out his team at the very last moment, and Bin and the rest of them, the boys on BLG, will be able to take down this Nexus and play with their food in the fountain just a little bit more. There you go. BLG will move on.